Good morning. Salam alaikum, alaikum salam. How you guys doing this morning? Hope you guys, girls and guys, are doing great. Nice day today. Ain't too bad. Got the sun out. 34 degrees here in Philadelphia. That's your Philadelphia broadcast for today. As of now, it might warm up a little bit. You know, usually it warms up by 12, a couple of degrees more. But other than that, we're doing fine, guys. We're doing fine. We are pushing forward. This morning I wanted to talk about priest and priestess, you know, elders already, tatas or yayas. They have fundamento, meaning they have their own cauldron, you know, their own spiritual world or cosmogram, or their own pot to work with. And I'm coming with it in a different sense. I'm not speaking just about the pot and what do they have. What I want to speak about today is how important, how dangerous it is for a male or a female to have a caldero, a pot, that's from the opposite sex. Meaning, I'm a man and my cauldron, my caldero from palo has a female enfumbe in it, and then vice versa for the female. A female has her caldero and has a male enfumbe in it. That's what I'm trying to talk about. The reason why I want to talk about this is because when you have a caldero, a cauldron, that has an enfumbe of the opposite sex of yourself, there could be a big possibility that enfumbe looks at you, the priest or the priestess, in a different way. What way? Okay, let's say I have a female enfumbe in one of my pots. She could look at me as her son. And think about it. What would a loving mother not do for her son? A loving mother, what would she not do for her son? That's what I talk about when I meant dangerous. And then let's go vice versa. What would a male enfumbe do for a priestess that looks at her like his daughter? A loving father, what would he not do for his daughter? A lot give even their life, right? The good ones give their life. They'll take a bullet, they don't care. Trade their life for their child, right? So imagine how dangerous that priestess could be, not only because she already has spiritual gifts from birth, the woman, but because of the way that Mfumbe looks upon that priestess. And let's not say that they has never been, or it has never happened, that a Mfumbe looks at you as a male, and you having a female Mfumbe looks at you like her man, and vice versa. The Mfumbe looks at the woman like his girl or his wife. What would they not do for the elders, female or male? What would those Mfumbe will not do? So, right, we talking about Nganga, right? Nganga. They have spirituality in there. And just on its own and by itself, if it's built properly and you have a good relationship with it, the Nganga is going to do what you send it to do, whether male or female. So now think about it, and then add to it, if that spirit from that Nganga is attached to that female or male in a way that they look at that practitioner, that priest or priestess, as a daughter, as a son, as a wife, as a husband, as a lover. Think about it. When you send that muerto out on a mission, what you think will happen? Just to please, to show off, and also to let you kind of know the affection that they have for you, or it has for you. How dangerous could that be? And then not only in that perspective, but how dangerous could that be for you also as the priestess or the priest? Because you have to be have enough wisdom and enough power to control that it doesn't overtake you because of the affection, that powerful affection it has over you. Almost like something like, like almost like sick. The affection is so strong that it's like sick, like stalking. You understand? That way. And I wanted to come here because I was thinking, right? I'm driving around, and I'm like, like always, doing what I gotta do, making the donuts. And I started thinking about that. And I said to myself, are young tatas, young yayas, and I don't mean young in age or old in age, I mean young in the practice. Because you could be 50, 60, and you could be young. I'm young, and I'm 51. There are others, there are elders in the practice, in the tradition, in the culture. So I think about these things, and I say, well, let me make a quick video and put it out there. How many people know this? How many people understand that this happens? How many people are aware that this could happen to them? And how would they know that is happening to them? That's for another video. But you have to be very aware of these things when you have an Nganga in your house from the opposite sex. You understand? That you are. The opposite sex that you are. Because they do get attached to you in ways just like any human person walking on earth gets attached to you. You gotta remember, these are people that have flesh before. Just because they don't have a body like us right now doesn't mean that they don't have certain inclinations to certain humanistic ways and things. I wanted to bring that up just to give you guys an awareness of this type of stuff, and for you guys could be on guard, and if you notice anything, you could prepare yourself to deal with this, or ask your tatas or your yayas. I feel this, I feel that, and they could guide you better on how to deal with that pot, with that nganga. But it does happen, guys. It does happen. Another thing is, we have in a lot of powder houses, right? A lot of them. A woman that's on her menses cannot be in front of the nganga. In front of it, pass by it. This is a big no-no for a lot of us that have been taught that women cannot do nothing around the nganga. They can't be in any ceremonies. Even if it's a yaya and she's on her menses, she can't be the yaya that day. Things got to get postponed if you don't have another yaya, and you got to wait. And a lot of people don't understand this. They say, how can the pot, the nganga, hurt that woman when she's the one that gives life, right? Because that's the representation. One females, I'm sorry. You guys got a lot more, but one of the representations why a yaya is there and why she has to be there. Okay? So they say, why would the nganga hurt her or do anything to her? There's different understandings of spirits and spiritualities by different ngangolero, different practitioners of other traditions. There are some that believe that spirits cannot see. There are some that believe that spirits cannot hear. There are some that believe that spirits can talk, spirits can smell. And I'm of the understanding that there are spirits they can't see, but they could smell. I'm not saying they all can't, but there are spirits they can't see, but they could smell. And if you are a ngangolero and ngangolera that you charge your stuff up with menga, that smell that menga leaves, that spirit gets, how can I say, not used to it, but it knows the smell of menga. It knows, because that's what we give and that's what we do for bigger things. We give menga, a life for a life, power. We charge it. But when a woman has her menses and she has menga, your menga is throwing a scent. Just like when you're on your menses, if you go into, the scientific world, you women on your menses are expelling out from your body a scent that a man that draws a man or makes a man want to have a some type of connection with you, whether intimacy or it's more attached. Just like when a woman is pregnant, they also have this scent that their body draws off naturally. It's like an endorphin or a dopamine, something that happens to us because, and we're not aware that she's throwing this scent. We smell it, our bodies pick it up, and we already on that without not even understanding. Really, just look it up. It's scientific. I forget the names. These are things that I have looked in my younger days and all that, to try to understand certain stuff, that has to do with different traditions and why we act this way towards one another, female and males. But that's what happens. So when a woman is in her menses and the anganga is used to Nganga, this blood, it could start taking that woman's life source, that blood, and make her not stop bleeding, bleed and bleed and bleed and bleed and bleed and bleed. And if a woman bleeds out too much, she could die. You understand? Why? Because the enfumbe is fatu smelling that blood, and now it starts attaching to the female spiritually and trying to suck the life source, and the power, which is the blood. I hope you guys understood a little bit. I pray that if any other tata out there could speak upon it, to please speak upon it. I know I speak a little rough sometimes, and you guys might not understand me. I do what I can with the words that I could use. My native tongue wasn't English. It's Spanish. And it's Spanish from Puerto Rico, not Spanish from any other Latino country, because we speak Spanish, but we all got our own swing, our own little different words and dialect, but we could communicate with each other at least. And then my second is English, and it's not that great also. But anyway, I ruined the Spanish when I came here, and then I learned English, and then I ruined the English also, mixing it with Spanish. But anyway, guys, have yourself a great day. I hope you guys understood a little bit. Any tatas out there that want to clarify, make a video on speaking about fatu Nganga from the woman, why shouldn't she be around the prenda and when she is in her menses? Some believe in this, and some houses believe in it. Some houses do not believe in this. They don't care. The woman is there. Same thing happens with the engurufinda. A woman cannot walk under it. Some believe in this, some do not. And it goes on and goes on. I'm telling you, Palo goes on and goes on. So if there's any elder out there want to speak upon it, please do make awareness of it for us tatas and yayas that are getting into the tradition. Don't commit these mistakes that could ruin somebody. And nothing. Have a great day, guys. Salam alaikum, alaikum salam, que son la cultura, ya tú sabes. Piango, piango.